Good morning. Happy New Year, everybody. It's over here. Happy 2026. Mage is back. And we're playing some Risk today. Playing some ranked Risk. Hello, Adel. Hello, Panda. Hello, Gamble. Hello, Z-Man. Hello, Rumple. And we apparently have a hype train already, which is
Nordic_noob just resubscribed on Twitch and has been subscribed for 10 months. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Mr. Nordic Noob. I sincerely appreciate it. Still donating to the cat shelter. And let's see, it looks like Rumple also resubbed. The info will come in shortly. Queue up all these effects. Thank you also, Rumble, for the resub. Hello, Thomas and Smith. Welcome in. Good afternoon to you. Over in UK land, I believe. Starting out with some classic progressive world dom, aka Naticus mode. Happy 2026, everyone. I'll play some capitals in a little bit. Nordic Noob, here is the correct version of the song. Settings for this game, we are doing progressive.
Rumple Bloodskin just resubscribed on Twitch and has been subscribed for 10 months. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Rumple. I appreciate it. Welcome, Nordic Noob on YouTube. And today is testing of YouTube Day.
Adelbos just subscribed on Twitch. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Dr. Risk. Welcome in. I appreciate the subscription. Again, we are donating all the money to the cat shelter, but we do sincerely appreciate the financial support. I'll get into the MewTube in just a moment here. Just trying to figure out which positions we might try to keep. We are in the last position. I am playing progressive cards. I have thoughts about exponential cards, mathematical thoughts, of course, and I'll share them. But first, what we are doing on the stream is we are testing a YouTube integration that I've written for Firebot, my stream bot software. And this is really, honestly, the only reason I've been working on this is in service for fighting for Freya, in hopes that we get Nordic Noob to build a YouTube presence. And this is one of the things that was blocking him from being able to do that. And so I am testing over there. We have the, you may or may not have subbed for that. Oh, you subscribed. I didn't see the notification, but thank you for the subscription. And indeed, No Pants. We are proud part of the No Pants movement. So what's going on over at YouTube is, I will give the channel. Basically, we are testing the chat. And so I want to be able to make sure that all of the things I've written for my bot software, which is Firebot, I want to make sure all of that stuff is showing up correctly in my dashboard. And I did see the Nordic Noob message over there, and my things that I've set up so far have worked. As an incentive to encourage folks to try out the YouTube, you're probably aware TTS on Twitch and on YouTube is free. And you just do it with the TTS command. And I'll do a message here. And I have actually sent that to YouTube.
The Static Mage on Twitch says, "Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a perfectly whiskerful day."
So that is an example of a TTS. And I believe I also sent it to YouTube.
The Static Mage on Kick says, Hello, everybody. Are you feline fine today?
Oh, apparently the kick stuff is also enabled. I didn't think that was going to YouTube, so I was kind of surprised when I saw it twice. Anyway, so if you want to use the YouTube,
Nordic
you may
Noob
notice...
on YouTube says, YouTube, more like Mewtube. Personally,
Very
I'm
good.
all about the cat videos.
Very nice. So for today only, and possibly in the future, you get 3 TTS messages on Twitch. And if you want additional TTS messages and you want to check out the YouTube, you can get additional messages over there. So again, I'm kind of trying to skirt carefully on the Twitch TOS of not encouraging you to go to another site to watch the stream, of course. I encourage you to watch wherever you believe is the most conducive to your viewing experience, but just noting that you will get TTS opportunities on both platforms if you happen to run out on both. So yeah, that is what's going on today. So far, it looks like things are working, which is amusing. As usual, we are listening to the Panda Beats today. And now for progressive versus exponential. Hello, PJ. Welcome in. Happy New Year to you.
Puddle Jam on Twitch says, Happy New Year! May your days be perfectly filled with joy and furtune.
Thank you for that very kind message, Mr. Puddle Jam.
Adelbos on Twitch says, You might refuse to use TTS, but it's perfectly fun. Let's pause for laughs. It can't be meowtivating.
I'm very impressed by all of your cat puns. You're all really fitting the theme of the stream very well. I really appreciate that. We are also today, we had the bored teenager as the voice last time. Today's voice is the enthusiastic 80s fitness instructor. So you're having some fun with the various software. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on here. People tend to like go for bonuses in this mode, even though it's progressive. So I'm going to consolidate away. I don't know what the ranks are on this one. We are playing with a ranked game, actually. So pretty exciting. Hello, Mr. Risky Gamble on YouTube. I wonder who you are. Welcome in. Can we have a surfer bro next stream? We can try. Just have to write the prompt for it. So I'm trying to split out, just knowing that I'm kind of in the last position. I don't have any idea really how good these players are, and just trying to preserve my troops. I am going with progressive here. Exponential is certainly an interesting game mode. However, mathematically, not my favorite at this point. And the reason I think that it's not my favorite at this point is the way I see it mathematically. Exponential starts out really slow and then eventually goes up really fast. And I acknowledge and understand that exponential will help prevent stalemates in long capital games, and maybe I'll consider it for capital games, especially though for this mode. It's already set on 3 roulette for Classic Prague Classic Prague World Dom. If you get to the second round of trades and you don't have a set on 4, you are virtually assured of being dead. All right, so it looks like Black wants Australia.
Nordic Noob on YouTube
would
says,
make that even
Mage
more
is
so.
the perfect feline, not a cat in a hat, ruling the board while he snacks. Imagine that. Smothered, covered, greatness on the plate. Dice fear the legend who purrs at Meow House. So great.
Awesome. Smothered, covered greatness. I like that. You forgot capped. Smothered, covered, and capped is how I go. But like the mushrooms in there. Of course, referring to Waffle House. So yeah, I am playing progressive here. I'll consider the exponential later. The thing I don't like I was mentioning, having watched several streams now with the exponential and having tested it in the beta tests, is you get to a point where no matter how you've played the game up to that point, no matter how good or bad of a capital position you have, no matter how you've distributed your troops, if you get the set and the sets are huge, you can just pretty much roll everything. And I am not a fan of that degree of luck. I would rather play out the long skilled game. I realize that not everybody wants to play out the long game.
on Twitch says,
and
why
so,
is there no redeem for a posture check? That's clawfully overdue.
A posture check? I don't know. Isn't my posture okay? I think my posture is okay. Puddle Jam saying exponential capital conquest is very similar to Prague World Dom, in my opinion. Exactly, PJ. I think it brings the same degree of luck into the equation. So we have cat trivia in this. Hopefully should be working on YouTube. So if any of you are over on YouTube and want to try to answer this one, I think it should work. Okay, so we were kind of expecting that red was probably going to do something dumb like that, which they did, and who knows, maybe orange is going to do the same thing in Europe, because of course in Prague World Dom the proper way to play it is to take bonuses. Is orange looking for the blue kill? Orange is blocking in blue. That's cool. I like it. Kill yellow already? Yeah. I don't know. The sets are so low at this point that we've had 2 people trade in, I guess. We do actually have a set on 4, which is unusual. We could, looks like, take the yellow kill on the next turn if we want to. Of course, here goes Australia. Because why not? So yeah, we'll see if yellow sets. We will have to set now because of that. The mode PJ has been trying to play, haven't been able to, is Prague per player World Dom. Think it could be an interesting mix. Yeah, I think the per player just put an emphasis on the kills very early, and in Prague, I don't know how much that ultimately helps you. I think it also kind of takes too long to get going. All right, so yellow is not going to set. Okay, so we will kill yellow then. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 I guess. Or there, okay. I don't even know if I have enough. Might have to come out of the... Looks like he had no set on 4. That is, my friends, so fatal. Anybody else we can kill? Can we kill black? No, we don't have enough to kill black. So I guess we will just play like all of the remaining bonus players and take our bonus here. Sorry, yellow. You had the cards, and I needed them. So Z-Man saying, how would you feel to eliminate luck of the trade? No trade on 4. The third set of trades give everybody wild cards. You can risk it or bigger set. Go. So card luck is definitely a consideration in this game. And I have been the benefactor and the victim of no set on 4 being, being a serious issue. And I mean, it is the game of Risk, and that is how it is. The variant that I am most... So you put a 20 there to kill a 2? Okay. This is not true random, by the way. This is balanced blitz. So the variant that I have been most interested in considering is one that I actually have in my physical Risk board game right now, which is that every territory that every card you get has between 1 and 3 stars on it. And so if you have 1 star and you trade in 1 star, that's worth like 4 troops. I don't remember the exact numbers because it's literally been 10 years since I have played this version. Let's see, do I set on... I think I do here because there's really no reason to not. I'll do this, maybe line up on red for the next kill. So a card will have 1, 2, and 3 stars, and then each number of troops that you trade in, or each number of stars, is worth a certain number of troops. So you can get maybe, if you hold, you get a 1 star, you get a 2 star, and a 2 star, and you decide, okay, I want to trade at that point. Then you're trading in 5 stars, and maybe that's worth, a certain number of troops. And then you're incentivized to hold out longer for more cards, but you still have the luck element for how many stars your cards actually have on them. So, I think that's intriguing because you could theoretically then trade in on 1 if you really wanted to. And so, if you chose to do that, that would... that would kind of eliminate that. So that is an option. There are discussions of that going on in various Discords that I'm part of, and that is one of the options I brought up. No, I have heard a very popular streamer saying something about, we should always make it so you always set on 4, whatever. Sorry, that's just not Risk anymore. It's kind of like the suggestions I hear of, make it so that there can never be a positive cap roll, even at lower numbers. It's like, okay, I get the motivation, but that just becomes not a dice game anymore when you're doing that. So let's see. Do I have the black kill? Probably not. Do I have the red kill? Red has been somewhat of a nemesis. I think I'm close to the red kill, but I don't know that I have it. Should I go for it? What other kills might I have? Because I just know that these players are, terrible enough that they're all going to have sets on whatever. I think I do have to try for red here. Maybe? Let red take a card? No, red's going to have a set on 3. I guarantee it. I guarantee red has a set on 3. This may be the wrong move, but I'm going to aggress it up here.
Nordic Noob on YouTube says, Red's play is a perfect reminder to spay and neuter your furry friends for a positive impact.
I told you he had a set on 3. I told you he had a set on 3. He had a set on 3. Who's doubting the mage? Who is doubting the mage? All right, do we have enough to kill black? We do not. Do we have enough to kill blue? I'm going to let blue actually start taking a card. Let's see. Stack here. I'm gonna let blue out. Yeah, orange with the set on 3, of course. Why wouldn't they? Now, is orange going to kill blue? Or is orange going to try to kill me? Or break my bonus. 69. Break all my bonuses. Because why not? Hey, Bo. Welcome in. Happy New Year. We're playing a classic Prague and actually having a very, very interesting game of it. So I think we can probably kill blue next turn if they take another card.
Bo_Skidley just resubscribed on Twitch and has been subscribed for 10 months. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Bo. I appreciate the resub. Again, fortunate to be able to donate the proceeds from the stream to a very good cause, which is the cat shelter where we adopted Grace and Mittens, and we're getting 2026 off to a great start here. I appreciate that. Sincerely. Okay, it looks like black has decided to become a bot. We don't have a set.
Nordic Noob on YouTube says,
and we're going to lose.
Just pausing to say you're perfectly amusing.
Thank you, Nordic Noob. All right, so we need to get away, far, far away from this black bot. All right, come on, blue, do some damage here. I let you out. There we go. Good job, blue. That's what I was hoping for. All right, so let's see. I want to get... Hey, wife. I'm going to do it like that because the black bot will not set on the next turn and the 23 won't just slam arbitrarily into the 36th. So it looks like orange is just going straight targeting after me. Trying to kill me? Well, they got it, I guess. Yeah, so no set on 3 is... no, they don't got it. Nope. So I wish I could block in game without reporting, so I remember to block, but they didn't, unfortunately, give us that option. Let's see if blue is smart enough to know that they should kill us here next turn. Which kind of sucks that we're going to get worse than orange, but kind of is what it is when you get opponent that just kind of suicides into you for no reason. That was a really, really bad play. Mark Doodoo 45. I guess we should have known from your name that you're pretty bad. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get there soon enough. All right, so welcome to the game of Risk in 2026. Oh. Now he's going to go around and get it that way. All right. Oh, I guess the hiding of the name doesn't work on here. Expert? You're an expert? How did you get to be expert? Expert at being a moron, I guess. All right. Well, that one didn't turn out so well, but that is the risk of World Dom. We'll see. We'll play another one. We won't give up on the game. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out here. Appreciate all the subs and stuff. Remember, we do have the TTS if you want to try and play with the TTS stuff. We've got it here, and we've got it on the YouTube simulcast. We have a new version, by the way, of the Titanic song that we discovered here. Orange is an expert is catastrophic. I agree with you. What a dummy. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it, and I'll see if we can get us another game. In the meantime, for those of you who are not subscribers, you're going to have to watch some ads. For those of you who are, enjoy the cat trivia, and feel free to play with the TTS. I will see you momentarily. Welcome back, everybody. Here's the viewer race. And they're off. You notice you are all characters from Ratatasker and Friends, including Gamble, who has drawn the fortune of having the penguin jockey in honor of Gullen Combi, the penguin. Looks like Nordic Noob is going to win. Nordic Noob on YouTube, I believe that is. Well done. All right, back to the Risk. We are playing Classic Caps. Haven't played this one in a while. Not really loving too many of our options here. Interesting Blizzard pattern. We actually have a split Europe, and I think this is like one of the few ways that the Blizzards could be arranged to have a split Europe on this board, which is kind of cool. So, Four-Way Fork, welcome in, by the way. And I think I saw you on the leaderboard up there at the top. Congrats on that. Well played. So this is the game mode that I played pretty much exclusively up until about a year and a half ago, probably 2 years, a year and a half ago. And I really enjoy this game mode, not because of all of the card and pass, which is the first, 30 to 60 minutes of any good classic prog game, but because of the end game, which I think are more exciting and also, dare I say, more skillful than EU Advanced. I know that one will be
Nordic Noob on
very
YouTube says,
controversial.
Mage purrs in late with a plan so clean, spills some catnip, calls it cuisine. Claims he's the top cat, trips on his paws, orders catnip cafe confidence with a side of paws.
Thank you for the poetry. Appreciate that. Yeah, so what I like about this game is that the end game for this, with the card blocking and such, is... Oh, we've got an immediate skip on turn 1 from the red player. Interesting. I like the end game because it resembles more of a chess match. And specifically what I mean by that is you're not succeeding in the end game by how fast you can run the board, how fast you can conquer 70 territories, how many bonuses you can break. You're really rewarded in the end game by how you can maneuver your troops slowly, often with just one attack. And positioning is everything. And I think that that is more strategic and exciting than, can I start out from my cap in Russia and the opponent has the entire board, and can I run the entire board in 60 seconds to break their bonuses, only to have them come back and run the entire board in 60 seconds to break all my bonuses, and just kind of go back and forth, and whoever can go the fastest wins. Now, I like EU Advanced, and I might even play it today, but I'm going to be in the minority here in saying that the Classic Caps endgame is the meta of Risk. So. Or Fork loves these blizzards. Yeah, I sometimes hesitate on these classic maps to have 6 players and blizzards because things get very choky. So I'm interested to see what green is going to do next. If green appears that they are going for the taking of Australia, which I think is about 90% likely, they will probably put everything here and hit one or both of these 3s. Then I'll just spend out the 5, so be it. Game ends for trying to do the pocket trade in Australia. Now, one thing that can happen, though, in these classic caps games is that you get to like a 3-player end game, and I've got my cap. Let me break out the telestrator for the first time in 2026. So I have my cap up here, and green has their cap down here. Are they going to take out yellow? So what could happen in this case is that if it's down to pink, green, and one other player, green could just trade down here with whoever's behind him and essentially freeze out the remaining player. And if that's the case, I need to be concerned down here if yellow is a good player, clearing yellow out so that green's only choice is to trade with me. But if it looks like green is going to take Australia, then so be it. It's also a possible case here that green is lining up to clear me because they're, planning to work with yellow, and something to possibly be aware of. I think it's too early in the game for me to proactively clear yellow for that being a possibility, but unfortunately, one of the things that does happen. So you have to hit my 2. Okay. So I am just going to, I think I'll start working on getting out of here. If what I said comes to pass and an hour from now I'm regretting not clearing yellow at this point, then it is what it is. Now, if green clears one of yellow, I will clear the other yellow, for sure. But I don't really want to give yellow a reason to focus on me at this point. It does look like everybody up to this point is playing bonus game, so this is not classic fixed, folks. Rumpel saying green is giving take Oz vibes. Yes. The 8 here gave me the take Oz vibes. And that gives me the I'm collabing vibes. Well, maybe not. Yeah, so I didn't want to put anything down there knowing that there was about a 90% chance that that was going to happen. So, no, it's no win. That is right, Rumpel. That is why we have the emote in this channel. The Naticus. You notice the emote is called Naticus. We have the emote for Naticus that no os, no win. So I'm going to be playing this as cap stacking, so it's going to be boring, sorry, but that's the way in this position that I have to do it. Trying to figure out what the good
Nordic Noob on Twitch says,
really
is the
game.
perfect TTS system still catnapping? Maybe it needs a pause to reboot.
TTS stopped working on the tube? Let me see. Looks like it's still polling. YouTube has a very interesting, I would say, quota system for polling. Very unfortunate the way that they do it. And it honestly looks like whoever designed it doesn't know anything about live streaming. Let me see if my backup mechanism works. Thank you for letting me know that, by the way. Okay, try it now, Nordic Noob. I think we probably ran our primary thing out of quota tokens. Or if Orc's saying not clearing us is a mistake if there's good players due to pocket trading. Yeah, the one pocket that I'm seeing on this map here that I can outline in purple because it's a three-way pocket.
Nordic Noob on YouTube says, we once adopted a fur-tastic kitten with unstoppable zoomies. We named her Katya because she was Russian here, Russian there, and perhaps Russian everywhere.
Nice. So we do have the pocket that is half of Europe and all of North America between the 3 caps here. So in this game, yellow and green and I are kind of forced to be a... Okay. Yellow, green, and I have to be friends here, at least until... It's a cap card, but I'm just going to try to get back and kind of leave everything away from yellow. So the reason I'm saying that yellow, pink, and green have to be friends here is we are the 3 that do not have access to the inside of that trading pocket, the North America trading pocket. Green is completely out of there. I could be easily cleared out. Then again, I don't know if any of these players are seriously thinking about trading pockets at this time. White isn't going to have access to the pocket soon. White does have access to the pocket. They have Venezuela. Are you talking about yellow? Oh, because they won't be around? That's possible. Watching YouTube on TV but can't chat. Yeah, Twitch is definitely, in terms of the live stream experience, Twitch is definitely much better if you're trying to actively participate in the chat. My opinion, what it looks like to me about YouTube, and I think this is true, is basically that YouTube is primarily a video streaming platform, and it just kind of had the live chat functionality sort of grafted onto it. And let's see, I'm just looking, we've got a couple card skippers here. Green will have to set. I'm going to also skip because everybody's skipping. So with YouTube, they just kind of grafted on the live chatting onto their video storage platform, and it shows in their API. So the reason I think the YouTube chat stopped working is the way that my bot has access to YouTube messages is it has to poll. And so by polling, think of you're taking a road trip with your kids. And they're saying, are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. And the only way that the kids would know they're there is if they ask you if we're there yet. And you say yes. So they're going to have to ask you for 8 hours straight, are we there yet? No, and you can't just say,
Nordic
shut
Noob
up,
on
kids.
YouTube says, Paulies, let's not get stuck in a forever loop. How about a perfect meowsage instead?
So the way that Twitch and Kick, which are, better designed streaming platforms, the way that they work is they notify you via either a webhook or WebSocket, which are technical terms you don't need to understand, but they basically will just sit there, let you connect to them. You say at the beginning, tell me when we're there. They say, okay. And then 8 hours later, they say, we're there. So you had to pull them once. So the insidious thing about the way YouTube does it is that they have a quota on how many times you can ask. And so YouTube says, not only will I not tell you if we're there yet, but you can only ask me however many times. After that, I'm not going to answer you anymore. So if you have an 8-hour trip and you want to know if we're there, and you ask YouTube, you're allowed to ask once a minute or something. You ask YouTube in the beginning of your trip every minute and you're not there, you'll never know when we got there. So YouTube's quota is very poorly designed because they don't offer you what they should, and then they limit you on doing it the way that you shouldn't have to do it, but you are doing it only because they don't offer the way they should. So very poorly designed on YouTube side. Hope that kind of explains a little bit how things are working. So what I had to do is...
Nordic Noob on YouTube says, YouTube is like a grumpy kitten. Perhaps it needs a cat nap.
Yeah, or perhaps better developers. I don't know. So what I had to do in my integration was come up with ways to try to circumvent. Okay, so red takes action against white, clears out the white exterior, and in doing so gives me cards. I like that. So we'll see if that makes white possibly go to war with red now. We'll see. At this point, I am playing nice with everybody, not really getting into any battles. But so what I had to do is try to develop a way to determine that we don't do too much polling against the YouTube app and run out of our quota. The other little insidious thing about YouTube, though, is that they don't give you a way to know how much of the quota you have. So you can't say, in my road trip example, ask every half hour, and then the dad says, no, we're not there yet, and if you ask me any more than one more time, I will not answer you. They can't say that. They just go silent. So YouTube devs, bad job on your whole quota polling system. I think there were 3 correct answers to the last question. What was the last question? Cat with a wagging tail is feeling aggressive is the answer to that. Yes. What do you think the other answers were? Hey, Samer, welcome in. Now, playful is not it is their emotion when they are feeling aggressive that they start wagging their tail. So the wagging tail, I'll grant you that when Grace and Mittens are playing with each other, they're wagging their tail, but that's not like playful going after a mouse. That's like when they're play fighting. So it's actually manifesting their aggression response, even though being a bonded pair, they're happy with each other. Yeah, folks, wow, a lot of people hanging out. I must be the only one on the category or something who woke up early. But I do appreciate all of you who are hanging out in here today. Happy New Year to everybody. And just want to...
Nordic Noob on YouTube says,
you.
Cats are the perfect leaders of the pursuit. Always a whisker ahead of dogs.
Is it only you, or are there frame skip? Let me check my stats here. I have not... I don't think I've dropped... I have not dropped any frames. All right, so red cleared out yellow and myself. I think that I wasn't really doing much up there. That's more of a motivation to get yellow to do something. I ended up cleared out of there as well. But that actually... It might progress the game in that if yellow goes into green or something, force some action, but that actually makes the game more of potentially a 3v3 because of how the trading pocket is set up. So. Yeah, I'm not sure if they don't guarantee transcoding to a lower resolution to non-partners, and I'm an affiliate, but I am very far from being a partner. So sometimes when I'm watching on a not super fast connection, I will select a lower resolution, and for Risk, a lower resolution works just fine. So I stream this at 1080 with 30 FPS. Because I don't play any games that have a very high graphic requirement, but sometimes if you're able to select a lower resolution, if Twitch is offering the transcoding, then you might get a cleaner signal if you have a less good network connection. So maybe something to look into.
Sammer22604777 just followed on Twitch.
Thank you, Sammer, for the follow. Appreciate it. So red, card skipped early, set early, and closed their cap. All in the same turn. Green sets early, and do they kill us? What are they doing? Why is that there? No? Okay, they're not. So green sets early and closes their cap. Okay. Looks okay on your TV. Time delay between Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, so the time delay between Twitch and YouTube is something that that neither I nor any streamer can help you with. That is just the inherent lag. We transmit the signal from our streaming software to the final destination endpoints for Twitch or YouTube, and when they choose to actually rebroadcast it is really up to them. The other thing I noticed, I watch a lot of streams on my Android TV. Akira Taco Bell. Hey, Ford Mustang Bobby, welcome in. What I've noticed when I watch a lot of streams on my Android TV is those tend to be delayed in that Twitch app by 10 seconds or more versus like a phone or a computer. So it's kind of funny, like when Brock is running Puddle Jam's predictions and I am just sitting on the couch watching on the TV, I will hear the sound of the death in Brock's stream, and then Brock will run the commands for resolving Puddle Jam's prediction, and then the about 5 seconds later I'll see the actual death or whatever occurring on the screen. It's kind of funny. So okay, we have some action.
Nordic Noob on YouTube says, perhaps 4269 has a positive ring to it. But remember, any number can be perfect with the right perspective.
Any number can be perfect with the right perspective. I like it. All right, wait, what you doing here? You hit back really fast, and then you were like,
Z-Man4521 on Twitch says, cats are perfectly amazing, always landing on their paws with style.
Okay. So really here, white and red should be friends. I don't know why that was well played. I don't necessarily agree that that was well played, but maybe they have something in mind, or maybe somebody can point something out to me. Yellow just going to retake the bonus. Yep. I will probably set early here, just because I think green is really a wild card, and if they have another set on 3, which of course they will, then they could decide that they wanted to ruin their game and mine. Okay, red is like, nah, get this stuff out of here. Why did white open green's cap? Your guess is as good as mine, sir. This is just my theory from Gamble is that we're playing with 4 novices. It's very possible. I needed to get this to a lobby without spending 3 hours waiting for a game, so I did not do filtering on the rank. Okay, so good. Everybody is just deciding to go schmacky time with everybody else. That's cool. So now blue is kind of over in their little corner. I think blue might be okay-ish. They kind of played nicely with their neighbors and all that. It looks like red and white are really... you can put everything there? That would be funny. A 12. Okay. A 12. Scared of my 12. Let's see. I am... just going to defensively set here. There's just too much shenaniganery going on in the board that I'm going to be the card and pass master as I watch some of this play out. I don't know if I'm going to get a good 1v1 from this, unfortunately. It looked like this was setting up for a good game where we might get some some interesting 1v1 play, but I'm just wondering, are they, oh, they're not going, they're just continually retaking their bonus. Okay. Just trying to look at, so blue, okay, so blue, yellow, and me are very, like, pacifist in this game. Yellow is just like, give me my bonus back. Blue is like, I don't want to go and hit yellow in order to go take the rest of my bonus. I'm just going to sit over here in my little corner. And red and
Nordic
white
Noob on
just
Twitch says,
hitting
hear
each
the
other.
feline decree in the chat. All animals have positive attributes. But first, praise the cat. Goats, perfect cat energy. Dogs, cat adjacent, perhaps. Bow to the ruling Meownarch. Cats are the clawsome rulers.
Cats are... I didn't ever think I would hear Nordic Noob say that. Cats are the clawsome rulers? Cats are the clawsome rulers. I like it. Turning over a new leaf. So, by way of explanation here, I would eventually maybe like Red's cap if they get into a battle, because that gives me access to the pocket. Like if red and white just end up completely killing each other, or green does something unexpected. I'm not interested in green's cap here. I would be potentially interested in if I were to like kill green and then give up this cap, but the thing is, I don't think that any of the other players in this game, other than maybe blue, would be good enough to take this cap and leave me back there. I think if I were to like kill green and then leave this, whoever would come in next would just take this cap and take Australia. That would be a play I would consider if I thought that these players were better. I think that blue is maybe the another decent-ish player. Okay. So green sues out and quits. Like a baby. Hey, green. What was that? Oh, really? Green? Green? Green, where are you? Green? Oh, I get it. Green needed their diaper changed. Here's the cat trivia. They have to split here. They should be able to have it. They should have this. Yeah, they will have it. They get the cards. So they get a free 85 cards. They are not positioned to kill red. I am potentially positioned to kill red. I could kill red. I would lose more than I gain. Do I want to give up the position, or do I want to... Okay. So white really wants Australia. Do I want to go over there and take that cap? I don't know that I want to defend 2 caps. Do I want to let blue... Let's see, trying to decide here, do I kill red and get the cards maybe next turn? I'm gonna let it go one more turn. If red goes to 4, I'll kill red. Gamble says definitely kill. I don't know. I don't know about giving up such a negative. I want to see what shakes out here to prevent some. So Gamble, I don't think it's a good kill on 4, and white's not going to be open to it, presumably, assuming nobody goes over here and opens this. And I go before blue. And if red sets, then great, red sets. And yellow is just going to take the bonus. Okay.
Nordic Noob on Twitch says, Mage the cat is toying with the alley moose. Will it get away, or will Mage persuade the red moose today?
It's interesting that it says moose instead of mouse. Alley moose. I don't know. It's OpenAI TTS. So all right. So it looks like blue is going to take that capital. So the unfortunate thing is that to get the red kill, I need to open the white cap. Okay, so red had the kill, or the set. So let's see what red. So red clears white. All right, so white and I need to be. So white and I need to be friends. All right, I still don't think it was worth losing 110 cards to get 85 with already being behind in cards, but I may have been wrong. Do I look at killing Yeller? Probably not. Is anybody going to kill me? Probably not. Hey, the Master 69. No Asia, no win. Indeed. I'm going to have trouble with Asia because of the Siam cap here. But I'll eventually maybe get Asia. Is Yellow just going to retake their bonus again? Or are they actually going to do something? Yellow says I want into that pocket and loses a bunch of troops doing so. Capital's dice are fixed, everyone. Fixed as in repaired, not as in. So that is why... What? All these people are just giving free cards to everybody. Like, seriously, why go to Madagascar and just like give your cards? Hey, Yellow, why did you do that? Oh, really? Yellow, do you need Kelvin done? Do you also need your diaper changed? All right, somebody go change Yellow's diaper for them, please. And Blue picks that cap to occupy. We're being victimized by turn order here. Do I go? I'm just trying to figure out, like, let's see what. Okay, so white wants into the pocket. So that eventually becomes a problem. But not quite yet. We'll see what red does. Yes, you're absolutely right, Z-Man. White, blue, and red should trade and starve me a card, see if they recognize it. Blue kill, you thought? Maybe. Perhaps. Was it a good kill? They had 120. Sets were 120. Could have lost basically everything. Maybe it was. So thus far, I have not seen that red has recognized the value of the pocket. I did cut off the supply line here. If it looks like it's going to be a problem, I could get in here. I'm banking on stuff like this, though. I don't know that any of these players are really good. Now, I'll grant you, I'm rusty at this mode. Let's see. We are... I guess we're closed to that. At some point, that kill might make sense. I don't think it makes sense now. So this is the stage where if we were playing exponential, the math would be significantly different on some of these kills. Okay. I'm going to stay open to whatever Newbury is about to transpire up there. If red doesn't set here and they smack this and they go to 5, there's a possibility that we could take that kill. Let's see what red does. Red sets early. Okay, good. So they're going to continue. It looks like red and white are just going to attrition each other out, which is good for us. Z-Man says, I'm addicted to Expo. A lot of players don't recognize chaining kills as more players recognize that it will lose its appeal. That could also be so these guys over here are just bound and determined to lose a bunch of troops. I'm going to continue to keep myself open to what's going on over here with this cap and stack a little bit more in here. Once people adjust, the win rate will drop. They're going to take... No, they're just going to cap stack. Okay. So if this game becomes a 1v1 with me and blue, and I'm able to get this cap, it will...
M3 Anger 33 Machine 3 just followed on Twitch.
Hey, thank you. I think it's... I don't think the TTS kind of figured out your 3s and your E's. I'm assuming it's Mean Green Machine. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, we have slightly more aggressive stacking from our white friend. Aussie prison. Okay, I don't know what Australian prisons are like. There are apparently sets on 4, which is good. Thank you for trying out the redeems. Got the oldies but goodies on here with the effects. Thank you, OBS move transition. By the way, also shouting out the developers of a piece of software called Companion, which is a Stream Deck management software. I discovered a fairly serious regression in, well, I don't know if it was a regression. It's kind of been present the whole time, but some recent changes that they made to the software exposed it more. And the author of the plugin that I use for OBS was able to take my bug report and took him a couple iterations, but worked with me and got that fixed, and I think really improved that software for a bunch of other Stream Deck users. So that was pretty cool. Witness protection. Haven't seen this one in a while. Thank you. I don't know what I did. Maybe I should have killed blue. Maybe. All right, so it doesn't look like red is now going to want to lose 100 troops, so they're going to go in there, but they're going to run out of cards. So I'm just really surprised that white went over here, took this cap, sat there, did nothing, and I'm just very surprised at white's play here. It doesn't make any sense. All right, we'll see if the cat trails. Ooh, should I? I think I need to. I was going to split, but I saw the 369, and I couldn't not do the 369. So let's see. Oh, good. The delay works. By the way, for those of you watching, you see the little overlay boxes when it's my turn, and when I show my profile and that kind of stuff. I'm not playing this on my main account. I'm playing it on one of my alt accounts, and a few releases ago, when the enhanced streamer mode stuff came out, SMG removed the ability to make your name be anonymous and forces you to show your name on the screen unless your account is tagged as a verified content creator. And although my main account is tagged as a content creator, which is cool, it is not really appreciated for the little guy that you have to always show your name on the screen and just say, oh, here you go, here's my name, snipe me next game. Make it really easy for you. So I have put in a feature request to them to make it possible to show, oh, I'm gonna do the kill. This is not worth it. Put in a feature request to bring back the ability to make it say anonymous. And what is that? So they just want a trading pocket in there with white. So that just makes it a 2v2. So that deprogresses the game. Because now red has a bunch of cards. Red and blue can be friends. White and I can be friends. And so I will not be card blocking white here, because then red and blue just trade with me, or trade without me in there. See if white gets it. Yeah, I don't think blue is... I thought blue was going for the red kill there, honestly, because it would have set him. It would not have been worth it mathematically. White forgot to... Oh, no, it's going to go that way. They're just going to pull it all back to cap. Pull most of it back to cap. Okay. Cool. We're going to just keep working down here. I don't want to close my cap off to over here, so that's why I didn't take this one. And I also want blue... I want to encourage blue to take cards that are not giving red cards. So if I continue trading with blue down here, red did get 5 more cards from that without having to start rolling white, but I want to... Okay, it looks like red is going to express displeasure. So let's see what white ends up doing here. I like that, red and white are kind of attritioning each other out, and blue and I are just kind of sitting back and watching fireworks. Okay, doesn't open the red cap. So at some point here, I could also start looking at instituting the card block. And I think that we have to put 420 there. I think that's the correct number. Oh, I'm going to ruin it. All right, well, we had the 420 for a meowment. Congratulations to Rumple and Gamble for the cat trivia. What was the question? How many cats did Abraham Lincoln have in the White House? Yeah, good old Abraham Lincoln was 69 fortified. Good old Abraham Lincoln was really kind of the cat guy. There's a lot of questions about Abraham Lincoln in the cat trivia. It's a real presidential. It's the cat pun, not presidential. Presidential. Yeah,
Nordic
I didn't
Noob
have
on
the
YouTube
cats
says,
connected.
wow,
but
what a
I was
catastrophe by the mage on the 420 cat diddle. Perfectly amusing.
Yeah, I was going to not close off my cap just to do that. So white's almost blockable here, but I will not be doing that just because we need to keep our trading partner alive. All right. What's white going to do? The eternal question. What is white going to do? So red. 3 more cards for red. So for those of you who are not subscribers, want to just warn you in advance that there is an ad break coming here, and apologize that I have to do it. So sorry. So what I can tell here is that white's getting bored. And for classic prod caps, so this is a reason that people are going to prefer Expo for sure, and I get it. So for classic prod caps, there comes a point at which making a kill is no longer mathematically advantageous, and I've seen that point myself several times. And so the players just kind of get bored, and hilarity ensues like that. So they can continue just kind of throwing sets into each other, which is really cute. Risk opening white to red, see if he slams. Oh, and he takes another card that he has. I was thinking about doing just that, Z-Man. The only thing... Ooh, okay. So now I can do it while remaining open. I wanted to remain open to whatever was going to happen over there, but now I have the possibility of doing it. I'm going to wait until one more card is obtained, but then I will hit China and Mongolia to see if any kind of hilarity ensues over there. Now we'll do one more trade and pass, or card and pass, card pass and trade. Yeah, he added troops. Just let him keep fighting. Yeah, for sure. Big blue is going to block white. That's what that looks like. Yep. Wait till the ad break is over so the audience can see the silliness. Yeah, I for sure will. Got about a little bit more. Red's just going to use their second to last card here. And fortify out. So is white just going to fortify? All right, we will eventually have to save white here, but I just want to see if anything transpires before that. We either have to kill white or kill red and take their cap, or save white coming up soon here. Is blue going to block red? You're confused by blue? Okay, it looks like white is going to try to play it out, which is fine. I can still just kind of continue to sit back here. So the one thing that is not a choice here is killing white in this board state, because I think blue gets the pocket, and I think red could figure it out. So we'll see what blue does here. I'm hesitant to break the block only because that just solidifies this as a 2v2, and that just makes the game go on forever. All right, so white broke the block, which is great. Is it worth killing red on 5? It might be, just to progress. No, okay, they don't go to 5. I was actually thinking about it there, Gamble. I was thinking about the red kill. So the danger I think about in this situation is that if I am just kind of sitting back and being the do nothing, does blue decide that they don't want to work with me? However, the problem with that being too much of a consideration here is that white is forced to be my friend. So I don't really have to worry about... By the way, white should have put the 180 stack here, not there, because if red really wanted to block them, they could put a large stack here, and they're blocking them on 1 point. So if you are trying to escape a card block like white is, having a lot of troops out is the Kirk. Oh, so now blue giving troops in there. So here's our cap. Here's that stack. It should have been here, is kind of what I'm saying. All right, so red and blue doing the pocket trade, I guess. So now it is a 2v2. Let's see. So we're in a 2v2, folks, because blue and red. Yep. Too late, blue. Too late, blue. You darn pizzled it, my friend. So blue, by doing that one time, showed me that they understand the power of the pocket. So my danger here is that somebody will come and kill white. Hopefully less of a danger. Now please, white. So the other danger here is... Okay. Interesting. I just don't get the game. This game, I'm just... The mastery of this game that my opponents have has far exceeded me already. All right, so blue is... I think blue understands certain things, but blue is also... No, is this just... Do they just get mad and do a kill here? They lose most of their troops. Yeah, so my goal here, I could participate in a block or whatever, but what I need most of all to ensure my success in this game is I need white to be in the game and alive. And so I need to just be careful because I have neutral bots on. I just need to be careful that I don't like do... Okay, so blue wants to block white, looks like. So unacceptable outcome is somebody other than me having Alaska with white being dead. Acceptable outcome is me having Alaska and white being dead. Or, well, basically me having Alaska at some point here. All right, so so here's the point at which the rest of the board is going to be mad at me, but I'm going to give white a card. I have to. I have no choice. White is my ride or die, dictated by the board position. I can't. I have to deprogress the game. Sorry. YouTube stopped answering again. Did that already? I'll just have to look up. Look at the see if the stupid quota over there is exceeded or something. If YouTube is no longer accepting the chat, then I'm sorry. I just have to look at the log later. I can't do anything more now, other than encourage the YouTube developers to, properly design their system. Are we there yet, YouTube? Yeah, exactly. I'll have to check. If there was a way that I could make Firebot be able to call the API. I would.
The Master 69 on Twitch says, "Are we there yet? Perhaps soon, but in the meantime, enjoy the catnap."
Other sets. Just deciding, do I just do I kill red? Blue will kill white. Yeah, that's a problem. All right, I'm getting reported for collab for sure. That saves white. Not collab, folks. I have no idea who these players are, but blue and red are in a 2v2, and I had to save white. Otherwise, I get third. I was thinking about taking the red kill, but so they're just going to trade forever there, and white and I can just trade here, I guess. I hope white doesn't somehow pizzle this up. Mage is the time vampire, the static Dracula. All right, so white just wants to be killed now. Yeah, I can't kill white, but you know, like it or not, white is my ride or die here. And I don't like it, just to be clear. White wants to leave. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I want to leave, to be honest. They're just going to trade forever there, which we knew was going to happen. So, to be clear, this was going to happen prior to me hitting that 236.
The Enforster69 on Twitch says, I think white cats want to nap all over Europe. Positively formidable.
This is not the winning play. So, yeah, blue is just going to kill white. Next turn. I think what I have to do is... Let's see, do I line up and kill red? Do I bring everything here to kill red? Do I bring everything here to take one of these caps? I can sneak into Venezuela later.
I'm gonna do that and get ready to, if I stack here, I can get one of these two. Oh, blue is not going to... Blue is not going to kill. Red going to kill white? Yeah. And set. Okay.
So they're just going to trade forever, but I have a number of cards left before this happens. And as long as I keep this open, I can get over here. Let's see if red decides to split or if they just want to take cyan. Put everything in cyan. Put this in cyan. You need... Oh, okay. So they know the meta. Mage knows how to play this. All right, blue. So I had to clear red out of there, because otherwise there's just an infinite trade down there. Now, is blue good enough to recognize what this is? No, they're not. All right, we could have, so blue and I could have had the infinite trade down there and gone guaranteed 1 and 2. So it doesn't look like now they are exploiting their pocket, which is good. Yeah, blue saw the free Australia. Blue also does not see that this is a significant weakness for them at this point. Now, I don't need to go and start going after that one yet, but I'm going to stay open to it. Let's see. Clear red out of there. Blue, so blue just wants to pocket trade. All right, so we're going to move a substantial portion of this over here to at least threaten some of these caps. Yep. That's what we're, notice we have no set on 4, by the way. I'm gonna leave one more than blue has. All right, so we can get into the pocket now if we need to. Blue could make it costly for us, but we have a set next turn. All right, so next turn we're probably going to stack everything here. Or most everything here. So yeah, this was the situation we didn't want to get into, where we had no white and we were missing from one of these caps. So this is called, we really have no choice but to do this. So we may end up losing to blue, but taking second is better than taking third. We take third, we lose for sure. Yeah, the problem that, see, so I don't know that red understands necessarily sticking with somebody versus not sticking with somebody. So now blue wants to work with me. I don't know, blue. I don't know. Maybe I just want to make this game go forever. So red's on 5. I could have thrown in the block there. Blue doesn't know Mage likes 12-hour games. I don't necessarily like 12-hour games, but... So what blue could do is put a huge stack here and essentially make us a little private pocket down in here if they wanted to. But they take a bonus, okay. So yeah, I don't know who's working with whom here. So blue could be trying to block me. It doesn't look like either of them are like particularly eager to work with me. So we may end up getting third. When you hitch to a ride or die who's a bad player, stuff like that could happen. Is blue going to put a significant note? You never understand like fortifying that back like that because you're going to lose this. So red goes back to 5 on the next turn. We could block them. Oh, they're trying to... This is just... Yeah. So mathematically, it's better to let them take the 0% roll on that cap than it is to... Ooh. Cheers, buddy. So we are significantly weaker than everybody else because of all the cap rolls we had to play. I think red is probably just playing for second here. They're just gonna kill us. Take second. Yeah. You lose. If you do it, you lose. You basically lose all your troops. I don't even know if it probably is 100%. No, they're not gonna. Well. Now this is just stupid. I am, by the way, at this point of the game, not even trying to win anymore. This has just become stupid, where red is just decided that they are going to troll us and kill us. So I'm just seeing maybe there's a possibility that I'm able to kill red somehow, and just end. So now they go there. Okay. I just don't get the game. I am going to make sure I don't forget to block red, though. Honestly think red had no idea what to do next. That's very possible. Yeah, I don't think, just to be clear, I don't think that this is like collab or anything like that. I think this is just like noobery and very bad play. And I have been on the unfortunate end of a number of situations with the turn order with the free cards, and then my ally not knowing what to do. Just gonna try to kill me. All right. Well, there is some justice in the world. Let's see if we have a good emote for this. General Phoenix, you need to uninstall the game, my friend. All right. Yeah, we're pretty blocked now. Just gonna see if maybe blue is gonna try to cap slam us, and maybe that is maybe that does work. I wouldn't do the cap slam stuff here, by the way. He could. It's yeah, he's got it. Okay. Yeah. Good game. I mean, blue deserved it. But unfortunately, yep. Unfortunately. Oh well, that's what happens. Anyone want to guess as to the ranks of like red and white? You're blocked. I'm gonna block white too, just because they're like intermediate. Okay. All right. Let's see what time of the day it is. I might be able to play one more game since we do have a bunch of folks watching. Want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Sorry that game was a little bit unfortunate, but you know, when you've got players like General Phoenix 26866 in the community who get bored, just really need to learn Risk is something that can be learned. Patience, maybe not so much. I want to thank all of you who have been chatting. If you have been chatting, you have the opportunity to be in the viewer race. You get a Ratatasker and Friends character. You get the opportunity to earn some cat treats. And it looks like Dr. Risk and Ratatasker are in the lead, but Rumple with Fenrir the Fox close on the tail. Dr. Risk got it, though. And unfortunately for Panda, those 7 legs on the Septihorse did not pay off. Congratulations, Dr. Risk, for your great victory in the Static Mage Hero Race. I have to do those ad things again. I'm sorry. We'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, welcome back. Just waiting for the lobby to fill. Try one more game here. Hope y'all are having a very happy new year. Welcome to 2026. Thank you all for helping test the YouTube integration, which I actually could have looked during the break there and seen if perhaps we were out of the quota. Thank you for the cat pun counting. I think I may have determined what was going on with the YouTube there. They assess different counts against your quota based on if you are polling for new messages or if you're sending a message or something, and the assessment for sending a message is much more substantial than that for polling for new messages. And I think the fact that my bot was sending a number of messages during the stream there could be the responsible factor. So, anywho, let's get back to it with some Europe Advanced Progressive Capitals. Portugal, wow. What a Portugal cap this is. Morocco, Paris, Sundsvall. Man, I've got all of them. I've got all of the good caps in this game. And blue has already decided to bot. We do, unfortunately, in this one, have alliances turned on as we joined somebody else's lobby, because on this account, I apparently didn't ever purchase this map. So that is unfortunate. I think look at, it's not a pizzle, it's just I haven't bought the map on this account. Dr. Risk 1
Panda
redeeming
on Twitch
the
says,
poetry.
it's perplexing to decide the least bad catpital, but they all have their personalities.
I'll try Gundy, as JP likes to say.
Dr. Risk One, here's your sonnet. As Dr. Risk One greets the bright new year, a time of hope and dreams does now appear. Fireworks light up the starry night with cheer. In hearts, a melody we hold so dear. Resolutions made with strength and grace. Dr. Risk One starts with a knowing smile. A world of love and joy we all embrace, celebrating each precious little while. The clock strikes 12, a moment to begin. A journey filled with laughter and delight. Dr. Risk One, with friends and family, kin, welcomes New Year's dawn, hearts shining bright.
So we actually end up seeing 5 of the 6 catpitals this game. And blue has decided to be a bot, which means we have the opportunity to grab this catpital. And do we try for a bonus? Take the bot cap. Get the bonus. Those never work. It must be those noob dice. Y'all see those pretty sweet dice, by the way? Those are the Nordic Noob Fighting for Freya dice. And by the way, for those of you who are here on Twitch desktop, we have the official Fighting for Freya fundraiser on this channel as well, and that will go to the same fundraiser that, okay, we didn't figure that was probably going to last, but it was worth it to try it. That will go to the same Nordic Noob fundraiser that is on his channel if you happen to be here and don't anticipate you're going to get there. When you redeem here, you don't get the cure coins from his channel, but maybe if you tell him really nicely, you can. I don't get any benefit from that in any way, so if you are planning to catch the next Nordic Noob stream, or you just want to go over to his channel and click that same button, you are more than welcome to do that as well, but it is a meaningful cause. And Nordic Noob, do you have the Dr. Tomato Soup video yet? Where I know everybody's looking forward to seeing that one. I only have the old one at this point. Try this while we're getting ready in the game here. I think many of you have seen it, but it's been out for a couple months. But if you happen to be new here and you haven't heard about Fighting for Freya, let's see if we can get it to come up.
Hi, I'm Freya. Thank you for fighting with me for a cure. You're helping me be strong and brave every day.
This is my niece Freya. She's 6 years old, fearless, funny, and full of light. But inside her body, something devastating is at work. Freya has Morquio syndrome, a rare and aggressive genetic disease that strikes about 1 in 200,000 children. It attacks the body from the inside out, weakening bones, twisting the spine, crushing the chest, making it harder to walk, to breathe, even to sleep. There is no cure for Morkio, and for too many children, the fight ends far too soon. But Freya is still here, still smiling, still fighting. Many of you know me as Nordic Noob, but allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Atlas, and this journey is about something far greater than games. And that's why we've started Fighting for Freya, a movement to raise awareness, fund research, and give hope to families who feel forgotten. On October 23rd, we begin the first leg of this mission, a road trip to Linville Gorge, North Carolina, streamed live as we raise awareness for Freya and every child fighting this disease. And in April, we take it nationwide, a 5,000-mile cross-country road trip from Georgia to the Pacific Northwest, streaming the entire way and turning every mile into momentum for hope. I'm not asking for pity, I'm asking for community. Watch the streams, share this video, tell Freya's story at your dinner table, your workplace, your school, everywhere you go. Because every view, every share, and every donation helps Fighting for Freya build a louder voice for the voiceless.
Victory or Valhalla, new nation never surrenders.
All right, so Red is getting 14 as of their last turn, so they probably double bonused and got all of this stuff. It's going to be pretty hard to break. We can start working down here. We'll have to see if the bot ends up breaking us. Black took this up here in their last turn. We don't really know what they're up to. Oh, those are weird. A weird outline. That indicate that it's an automated bot that has flagged? Is that? All right, so we are able to hold our bonus. I think for now, we're going to just emphasize trying to hold some of this stuff. I think this is our best bet, and get a strong cap. We may lose this bonus because we do have the automated bots here. This, I don't know, Nordic Noob, if this was a intentional thing in the new UI or if this is a bug. It's the first time I've seen it myself. Somebody else sent me a screenshot, and a screenshot for the purpose of having me report to SMG and in the Discord there, and I don't know if it's intentional or not. When in doubt, it's a bug. Could be. So my hope in this game is that Red starts going this way and they run into Black. Black is going to get big, but up here, I need to kind of hang out in my little corner, and I think I'm going to have bot problems here. So yeah, so the Fighting for Freya, that was a obviously the old video. We'll get a new one soon, and the road trip in April. If you have not seen info, there is info in JPizzle's Discord in the Fighting for Freya channel in there. They have a route planned out. I've been working on some stuff to help them with the stream. And so the YouTube integration that we tested today, the very first stream ever where Firebot was used to interact with YouTube, that was today. And so one of the reasons we are testing that is possibility of getting the Nordic Noob stream in April simulcast on both Twitch and YouTube. my personal opinion is that streaming on Twitch and Kick doesn't get anybody much of anything because it's just generally the same viewers. There's some overlap where the people prefer to be on Kick for some reason or whatever, but all of my experience with Kick has generally been you just hang out over there with the bots and maybe one person who comes over to trigger your redeems multiple times sort of thing. But YouTube seems to be a viewer base that doesn't overlap nearly as much. And so my hope is that that road trip stream in April is attended by as many people as possible. And if part of that strategy involves expanding the target audience from just the Twitch risk community into a larger viewer base on YouTube, then the software that I have worked on could support that. And if not, it's just some software that I got to write and contribute to the community and help potentially the Firebot developers understand in the future what they would need to do to have a proper YouTube integration with their system. So
Gamble 07. Here's your limerick. In the game of Phasmophobia's night, Gamble 07's skills shine so bright. With a ghostly delight, they hunt wraiths with might, chasing spirits till dawn brings the light.
I'm wondering if there's a cap or a stack here, because it's stuck to me, but I'm kind of surprised it doesn't go this way. It looks like orange has also become a bot. Oh yeah, look, forgot. We can have alliances. That's right. Should send alliances to some other people too. Attack white? I don't know how I can attack white. But I attack you and you attack white. All right, so it looks like the limerick has resulted in some discussion. Nice. So the extension that we're using for the poetry here in the TTS is something that I wrote, I'd say about 3 weeks ago now. It actually interacts with OpenAI, which is the ChatGPT company. So this is essentially ChatGPT that is developing the poetry, meowtifying the TTS messages, and reading back all of the TTS messages. So recapping, 2 bots that are flagged. Unfortunately, they have not locked in their place. So it is possible for even the player who essentially didn't just left when they saw their spawn for no reason, they could win. They could win this game because that is the way the ranking algorithm currently works. Now, is it likely for them to win the game? Not so much, but we never know. I know that at some point this is gonna go somewhere, but I am wondering if orange is where something has a stack here. I know white was down here. We're getting 16, so I think we're pretty much keeping up with the rest of the board, which is good. And I am trying to keep 2 caps at this point because I know that red is... Oh, look at that. We get +2 on our capital. I know that red is, at least at the beginning of the game, was getting fairly strong. So we're going to just take our cards up here. The white's only getting 5. So locations for anyone who hasn't seen them. So white has not secured this bonus down here. We see all of black.
Nordic noob, here's your sonnet. The static mage stands proud and true, guiding brave Freya through April's sty. With magic light, a path they'll hew. Like Gandalf's wisdom, they will fly. Together, on a journey bold, where Nordic noob joins in the quest. Their story in the stars retold. With every triumph, they're truly blessed.
So red
As
is getting
strength
28
and courage
now.
fill the air, they'll conquer challenges ahead. With hearts entwined, a pair so rare, in April's glow, their valor spread.
That was lovely. So, guessing that orange is probably pretty close to being killable. Okay, white just died. That's not a surprise. So red is expanding all down into here from here. So they have basically the entire bottom, including this. So red is in a very dominant and likely to win position. Fortunately, they're a bit away from us, but at the same time, they're going to essentially snowball. So black and I need to keep it tight. So orange down to 3. This might be... Oh, where are they attacking now? So orange is probably just all in here. Do we... I can't imagine where else they would be. There's a chance they're down in here, but we know red has all this. I think that's going to be the orange kill and probably close to the blue kill. So I think that's a cap. We know they're not further than this. We think blue is there. I think orange is just in here. And if that's true, then... And what is blue on? Or let's see if we can also, let's see. I kind of shouldn't have sent everything there, but you never know what's going to be there. Would I have to give up a cap if I kill blue? Let's... Nobody saw that. Red probably saw that. Says black. So black, being my ally, saw that and could go for this kill. Oh, there's only 15 on hungry? There's only 15 on hungry. So red is like taking huge portions of the board. I hope that black goes into red here. Yeah, red is taking huge portions of the board, but not really playing this like it's a caps game. So they are on 5 next turn. Black did not set from that. That was unfortunate that it's trying to, how... I suppose I should have anticipated that there was a bigger stack with this being a cap, kind of like on mine. So you're welcome, black. I gave you a lot of troopage there. See, maybe red goes into black. That is a Panda, I don't. Not sure exactly what's going on with the poetry. I'm wondering maybe if you don't put the poem type, because that gets randomly selected, maybe that will avoid situation. Let's see. Black is not open and can't kill me. Red is like stacking heavily on me, though. I think I do need to trade to survive here. Look at that. And look at that. It was so
Gamble
perfect, I wanted to
07.
preserve the 69.
Here's your limerick. There once was a panda named Lou who loved to go to the zoo. With bamboo in hand, he'd sleep in the sand while dreaming of skies so blue.
It's a beautiful limerick. I'm hoping that black goes into red a little bit. We'll open that. Black wants to take their 73 into the 22. Black had a golden opportunity here with that kill to take this when it was a 15. And I don't know. I'm wondering if there's really anything on Jajel at this point, just because so black wants to take all my bonuses and
Nordic
just
noob, here's your rhyme.
beat it to red,
Nordic
I guess?
noob with a cat so grand, cats will rule across the land. With a purr and playful cheer, cats bring joy and lots to hear. Though dogs are nice, it's often true, cats have grace in all they do. Leaping high like feline stars, cats are loved near and far.
So my hope here is that maybe we'll take out black a little bit, and then hey, Tombstone, yeah, I didn't break Germany, I pizzled it. I think we are in our second 3-player endgame in a row where one of the players just wants to take second. Which happened in our last game. They basically suicided into us. he wanted to win, he'd be fighting red. But now that I can tell that he doesn't want to win, I don't know that I should fight red. My question here is that I'm seeing 1 caps all over, and oh, by the way, I guess thanks to the alliance, we have found orange original cap as well, which is Ankara. So black is up in this one up here, Rusciala. And of course you see our 2 caps. We took the blue bot cap at the beginning of the game. And let's see, red is probably just going to go like into us here. We probably just in a single cap soon and let red have this. Or let black have it. Maybe they'll fight over it. Do we have a set? Of course not. Why would we have a set? So at this point, I am just going to single stack up here, and we'll see if black wants to take that and maybe be a little greedy, or if we're just kind of giving it to red and letting him have it. So now, yeah, we are on 5. Black going to take it. So my hope is that black takes it and then that red says, ooh, look, a capital, and decides that they want to take it. Red trying to offer us a cap run. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that black actually does have troops on their capital. They have a big stack out there, but they also have, as of when we last saw it, 80 or so troops on the actual capital. So what is red going to do here? I mean, I offered them an absolute golden opportunity, and they're guarding their bonuses. Good. Attack black. Of course, my only hope in this game is that those 2 fight. Red and black fight, and then we manage to sneak in a cap run. I don't know that either of these 2 players understands the value of a capital. Yeah, he's just guarding his bonus. My bonus. My bonus. My bonus. My bonus. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I know it's a little bit funny. You could look at it, as being pure content.
Pandarot, here's your rhyme. In the winter's frosty embrace so bright, noobs gather round, a comical sight. With snow-covered hats and chilly noses, adventure awaits as each one poses. Pandarot takes the lead with glee, sliding downhill, feeling so free. Amidst laughter and slips, they try to build a snowman reaching the sky.
Pros just followed on Twitch.
Hey, bros, thanks. Welcome in. Come from the card and pass strat. Yeah. If you have a better strat to offer than the card and pass strat in this particular case, I am all ears. So red has been essentially snowballing, but does not really value a capital. Black was our ally at the beginning, but then just decided they wanted to, essentially, it looked like fight us, and really looks like they're playing for second. And therefore red has been allowed to get very big. However, as you can see, red's attention to troops on capital is not the strongest. among opponents that we've had, and we are really but one capital up in Rusciala away from being able to path a cap run. As crazy as that seems, we
Rumble
do know
Bluntskin
that
on Twitch says, there once was a cat piddle in Sevastopol. Early game, it was quite pawsome. But hey, as the game would claw along, card options felt like a hairball. Now the whole game is cat chalk, as Sevastopol Catper is positively blocked.
okay. With that being said, we are, relatively close to a cap run. However, Black's cap up in Rusciala does have probably 100 to 150 troops on it at this point. So even though we could go and grab all of Red's caps, we don't really have the ability to do that at this point. So Black actually going to fight Red? Okay, I thought Black was just going to suicide into us. That should be close to 100% roll there, but they don't want to take it. Okay. Only thing with this here is that let's see if Red possibly takes the Black. No, they can't because they buried their troops in Stonsval. So Red is closing in on Black here. I'm just looking at our pathing. The 70 here is unfortunate, but we would have to get over here and then down over here, and then we could split through here. This doesn't surprise me at all. This is about how all the games have gone today. Just the second get in, let the opponent get huge and then suicide into me and try to take second. This is a I wish they had a way of reporting in-game that didn't, or of blocking in-game, but I don't ever want to play with somebody who's only going to try to take second place like that. Put everything on their cap. They put one more troop on their cap. Okay. Do we have a set? We do. This could be miracle cap run time. Let's see how Red decides to guard this. Sets are 85. We would need, let's see, if Red takes this, it was 90. Yep. Take it. Okay, it's not miracle cap run time. It is going to be set time, though, because Black has shown a certain amount of hostility toward us. It's close to cat run time. So this would take 200. We've got to get through this, which would take 100 off. And somehow get this. Let's see, is that okay? That doesn't surprise us. Or do we maybe just kill Black and call it a day? Because we do have the Black kill now if we wanted to take second. Maybe Red will kill Black and I've not fully given up on this game yet. Let's see what happens this turn. And this is the second weirdest game in a while. The previous game was the first weirdest. Because we have almost the cat run. If this was, this is the one up here. That's the problem. So you just keep stacking here. If we end up getting through here, we could come down and get that one that way. Hey, Pack 2077, welcome in. He's actually putting troops on his cat patrol now. Is he going to try to kill Black? Oh, if we had the set on 2, we would have it. We don't have it because we have to get through that to get over to that side of the board. Black's open to us anyway. No set on 3. Black, of course, has the set on 3. Did they just suicide us? Are they actually going to try to play the game? Very close to a cat run here. The problem is getting up here and over here. Doesn't set from this. Is leaving one cap open. He left a cap open. Oh, he's just gonna... That's not 100. That's not 100. But apparently it is for them. All right. That was nowhere near 100% roll. All right. This guy. Nowhere near 100% roll there. But it is what it is. All right, folks. Thank you for hanging out today. Appreciate you coming by and testing some stuff, and appreciate the New Year resubscriptions and so on and so forth. And we'll see who we can send it off to. But before we go, we'll get one more of these in. Last view race. Do we have a Septahorse that's going to win? Mean Green Machine up there in the top. I don't know. Panda and Hildisvini the boar, Rumple, and the chicken jockey that is actually a penguin jockey. Panda with the win. Rumple with the penguin jockey second. And looks like Chibros with third. All right, folks. As always, it has been an absolute pleasure to hang out with you. Thank you for coming by and helping me test some stuff. Really appreciate my supporters. Well done on the trivia, folks. Actually got some folks to answer the questions correctly. Good job, racers. And thank you for the subscriptions. Adel, Bo, Nordic Noob, Rumple, new followers, Chibros, Mean Green Machine, Samer. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank Thanks for stopping by, PJ. And my VIPs. Always good to see you here. Thanks, Dr. Risk. Glad you had fun. That is the goal. Rumple, always great to have you here and to see you when you actually stop by when you do yours as well. So really appreciate it. Again, I don't do this for the money. I've not made a single cent on this. All of it goes to the cat shelter. Very good cause. Speaking of good causes, we're going to raid over to Nordic Noob now. Please hit up the Fighting for Freya
on Twitch.
Everyone, thank you for the follow. About to get out of here. Say hi to Nordic Noob and donate to Fighting for Freya and cheer him on to hopefully get some better games than the ones you saw in the stream today. Bye-bye.